Yeah.
So can we continue? Can you see my
Okay.
screen now?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So I was explaining that we can update a set of fields related to one particular person or one particular rule by this criteria. So let's say that under the where clause, the where clause will determine the number of rules that are going to be affected. The where clause is going to determine how many rules are going to be affected. As you can see, you have ID as 1, ID as 2, and 3. Now that we said that where ID is 1, so one rule will be affected. Am I right? And it's possible, but not in practice, that you would have want to update my age to 24 and update Paul age to 24. If it is something like that, then we would have had to find another way so that my age will update to 24 and you also will update to 24. But in this case, we want to update only one record. And the only way we can update by one record is using the auto increment ID, which is a primary key and uniquely identifies a particular record. You realize that the auto increment ID can never be repeated in the database, no matter what. Even if you delete it, if you delete the last one, 3, and you insert another one, it's not going to start from 3, it's going to what? 4. Have you noticed that before?
I've not observed.
Okay, so we'll come to that. So do you understand the query that I have just written?
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, so we have this. So you can see that it was 24 already. So
Yeah.
so anything you want to find out under the update?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
Okay. So delete from TV1 where that's where the where clause follows again, where ID is equal to 3. So we are sure that only one of them will be deleted because we set ID as 3 and we have only one ID that has a value of 3. So for that matter, when I press enter here, one record will be deleted. A situation where the where clause wasn't there, what would have happened is that would have truncated or have deleted all the records in the table. So be very careful when you're using update and delete. This can really cause a damage to your whole entire application if you're not careful. And remember that the SQL database or the MySQL database is not, you don't have undo. It doesn't go to your dustbin or recycle bin. Yeah, okay. So be very careful when you are implementing in your project, the delete and the update.
So my question is, assuming my PC bends right now, it means I've lost all the data.
That
If
assuming
my
that
PC gets spot, does it mean I've lost all my data?
if your PC does what?
Got spot or bend?
If you have not provided a backup, that's all. If you have provided a backup, that's where you can retrieve them. But if you have not provided a backup, the story ends
So how
there.
do I provide a back? Is the backup provided in the database yet?
Yeah, you can do
Or
that, but you have to structure
okay,
your program. You have to write a code to do that. They see some codes to do that backup for you,
okay,
maybe daily or weekly or anytime you want.
okay.
We have something called cron job. So you can write a cron job that will run on a some time intervals to do automatic backup for you
Oh, okay.
into your email locally or into an external drive connected to the server.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, we'll get there.
we'll get there. Thank you. Okay, so can we continue?
Yeah.
Okay, so the delete tool, we have implemented that one. Is there anything you might want to find out?
Mm,
Is there anything?
no.
Okay, so let's insert into what? TV1.
Let's insert.
I have this. I don't know why. Let's try this. It's been long I've used it, but let's try this. Have you seen here, Daniel, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
L comes.
Okay. Then followed by age, 35. Oh, I don't know. There's a way you could just do it without necessarily having to specify the columns if you know your format. I think it's not working for me. I'll find out that and let us know later.
Okay.
But that is not a good practice anyway. I just wanted to show you another a wrong practice that sometimes you can use for your shortcut. So values here we have Daniel, comma 44, 34 in that order, and this we have it done. Is that okay? So we can select all again, and so we see that Daniel is now ID what? 4, no, not 3.
Okay.
Because we deleted.
Okay. Because why didn't it add 3 bytes as removed ID3?
Yes. So your
because we deleted it already.
exactly, and once it is deleted, your database schema is keeping a lot in check for you as you are running all this. So the database have a particular definitions and other modeling it gives to itself. So you see that it keeps in check of all these IDs that we have used already. So this ID will never be repeated again, the 4. So when we delete the 4 and we insert another one, it will go to 5.
Oh, okay.
Remember we said auto
The size will remain 3.
Is that?
The size of the database will be only 3.
Will be only 3.
3.
Yes.
3 rows.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we have successfully implemented the code. So this is the basics of SQL. Now,
Okay.
the other thing we have to look at is the aggregate functions. The aggregate functions of SQL. So we have an aggregate function for sum what? Age. As what? Age sum from TB1. So see what we're getting. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay. We have another one as what? Count. That will count and return the number of records. Is that okay?
Okay.
So
But this one is still summing the age from table 1 and is counting. Or you can just make it select.
You can. Hello?
Yeah, I said it. It has count and then
You are disconnected.
make it select count age from table 1.
Your voice is down.
I said,
Can
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm saying we queried select sum, select count each sum from table 1.
Oh, okay.
And so you should just maybe select from table one. Is that okay?
I'm not hearing you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So that, yeah, I think you have corrected it.
So is this what you're looking for? So it's your words. You choose whatever you want to choose. It's not any. It's an we call alias. Alias. So you can choose that. So you can give it any name at all. And you could have also decided not to deal with it and this alone. You could have done this alone.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. But you need
This is what I was expecting.
Is that?
This is what I was expecting.
Oh, okay. Then thank God we didn't do what you were expecting, so that you learn something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can have this, but you also need some of these things as you go on. Sometimes your table names does not reflect their real meaning. Sometimes. Okay, so we also have something like max for the maximum. Okay, let's have this. But there's no mean, eh? Okay, it's there. We also have AVG for average.
Okay.
So these are the functions. Okay. So what else? The rest we have some outstanding number of hours left for us to go to other advanced features of SQL. But so far, what we have done so far is the basics of SQL, structured query language.
Okay.
So this is how this structured query language works. That you now see that when you go into the programming language, like this. So Paul, we're creating a new project very quickly.
Okay. I can't see your screen. You're only showing the this thing.
Oh, okay, it's just showing the other side. Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see you now.
So I'm on my drive C, my WAMP. What is WAMP? Hey, what's up? Okay. And my WW. We're creating a new project for okay. And I've opened my notepad ++. So we don't need a document type. We don't need a doc type.
Is it just? I can't see any movement. It's still on folder 4.
That's a problem at the camera. This idiot. I think Google may give you the chance to share the whole screen.
Yeah.
Oh, I have not advanced.
Google Meet. Oh, can you hear me?
Is that?
Right now, I can see. Now the HTML this thing has come.
Okay, so
But I didn't see the process you even used.
Okay. But you saw how I created the www, the port on the www.
Yeah. I saw it.
So I just opened an open notepad and started with this. And I was saying that we don't need a document type.
Mm.
Have you seen that? Then I'm
Yeah.
saving it into my my one www, and the name of the project is Paul. So I'm saving it here. And I'm giving it as index.php. I hope you can answer it.
Yeah.
Okay. So index.php. And we just quickly have the head, right?
Mm.
Close the head. Okay. And we have our title.
Why not using Sublime Text? Or you don't have?
You're familiar with that one, eh?
Yeah.
You remember I was even teaching you Notepad. So,
Yeah.
Note.
You're teaching Notepad class.
No, I was teaching you Note. I was teaching you
Notepad
Notepad.
first.
Notepad,
Yeah.
if you remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm done with this. So registration form,
Yeah.
registration form. Have you connected to the database, or this is your first time we're going to connect to the database with the form?
I'm not connected to the database. Oh.
Okay, so
You
let's
know, that is what I had wanted to do before you
so
stopped me.
let's go on.
Okay.
So there's nothing here that is new to you. All what I'm doing
Yeah.
is nothing new.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So we have your form, your action as what?
The action will be
Mhm. I'm giving it a name called process.php, right?
okay.
And I'm giving it a method. Every form must have at least one method.
Mm.
And the method, it must have one method at most.
Post.
Post.
There is post, eh?
You can use
Yeah.
put or get, but we'll soon explore the two of them.
Okay.
So input type is equal to text, right? Text. Then you give it a name, and the name is going to be called what? User what?
Name. We didn't label it.
Huh?
We didn't label it. We didn't label the input.
It will work, don't worry.
Okay.
So here is what should we put here? Username,
Email.
first name,
Username. First name.
last name, email,
Password.
password,
Confirm password.
password,
The first name didn't. The you only made first.
first name. Okay, so we have created a form, given it. So I think you want us to follow a nice convention.
Yeah.
So I can just copy here. H1. Then introduce what? Please what? Folder.
Folder.
So here is enter. Sorry, enter. Yeah, enter first. First name. Enter last name. Enter email address. So here you can do the type as what? Email.
Yeah.
Then enter password. You can do the type as what? Password. confirm password, and we can do that what password. Okay, here it becomes a confirm what password. Now this we're going to launch it. You have local.
Is it that?
You want to ask something?
Yes. Okay, it's clear. The name, like the password and then the confirm password.
Okay.
The name you gave to them.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so it's okay.
Okay. So I have to share the screen again. Can you see the browser?
Yeah, I can see.
Have you seen that? Localhost slash what? 4.
/4.
That's the form we created. Have you seen it? Okay. So.
But did you add any this thing?
What's that?
Okay. Okay, I understand. They are on the same role.
Okay, so input type. Okay, I don't know what you use, but you can use button.
Yeah.
I don't know whether do you use button or use type.
Any of them. At times I use input, at times I use.
So it doesn't even matter here. See, you give it a type of what? Submit. Okay. Let's refresh that. Okay, so I think we have this now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have created our registration form. So the person input the name here, the last name, the middle, the email, and this stuff. Okay, so now this is a registration form we have designed to collect data of registration. Now we want that when we click on submit, it should send it to a page called process.php. That's the meaning of the action page.
Okay.
So I'm creating a new page.
Okay.
And that is going to be purely PHP page. So it's going to be called process. We said it should be called our process.php. So when I go back and refresh the form and submit, you see that it has sent us over process.php. Have you seen that? It means that we can now process our form here. And you remember that we're using echo to print a statement. So echo $underscore what? Post. That's a global variable to process post data. $underscore post is a global variable. It's not a self-defined variable. So it was what? First name, right?
Yeah.
First name. Did we get to this place in PHP?
Yeah.
Did you get here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go back and input my first name and submit. And there we have seen it.
Okay.
Okay. So when I change to what? Last name and let's go back and fill our form. Now it's called done. And I submit. You see that?
Okay.
So the name here must be the name that you have specified as the name of the form here. The rest are design and nonsense. This is the only important thing to PHP. This is the only important thing to PHP, the name of the form, of the input.
Okay.
Okay, now we cannot keep on processing one by one. Therefore, we define a variable for what? First name, $what? First name, right? And change here to first name. Then another variable for what? Last name. For a variable last name, we had email, right? So for email and email, is that okay?
Password.
Then password.
Please
Password.
hold on for me.
Okay.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay, so we can go on.
Okay. I'm with you.
Okay, so can I go on?
Yeah.
Okay, so password. So the confirm password, Paul, let's ignore those gymnastics for now. All what I want you to know is how to connect to the database to insert your records and pull them out. That's what I'm interested in.
Okay.
Validation and other things, you can get them very easy online. So like you said the other time, you can put what? Required here. Are you getting it? You can put the word required. Is that okay? Throughout. But we are not really interested so much in this for now. Okay. So can we continue? Hello? Paul, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, so I was saying that we are not really interested in the validation so much for now.
Okay.
Okay. So what we are interested in as of now, hold on for me. Hello? Afternoon. Okay, total trade. Okay, okay. Okay, well. Joe, go to come and pick this number and go to total trade and pick something for me. So Paul.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, we're not interested in the designing and the whatever the validations for now.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, the tutorial will be too bulky for us to complete. So required. I think that's enough for us to do our validation.
Yeah.
You're laughing. Okay. So Paul, we have been able to retrieve all the values here. Now, how do we insert it into the database? Watch out here. I'm opening a new tab. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I'm going to PHP my admin.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It was this thing that came the first time.
when you
So
were
fully
learning.
logged in that came. Yeah.
You didn't need a part. You just needed to put root and press and continue. So test one. Have you seen the database we created? Test
Yeah.
one. Have you seen the table we created? TB1.
Yeah.
Have you seen the records we inserted?
Yeah.
So in other places, when you are learning, they'll just come here and click on what?
Yeah.
Create new table, isn't it?
Yeah.
And put the
Yeah.
name of the table as
Yeah. The
maybe
tag.
rec.
Yeah.
And they'll do this. Then they'll create a table called what? Maybe students or users.
Users. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say 5 columns. And we'll click on go. And we have ID. And we had first name, first name. You can see the screen.
Yeah, I can see.
Last name. We have what was it? Email. We have password. You don't keep the password in the database, it's just the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so 11 primary key, auto increment for the AI, variable character, variable character, and the length. The length 32, 32, 32, and password, maybe we can leave it to 16. Should it be now? So it can be now, and we save. Okay, so Paul, we have created a table like that. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure this is what you were learning earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so now watch out for the reason why I send us back to console.
Okay.
Now we have been able to process all this. Do you understand this part? Are you okay with this ones?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we now need to connect this script to the database. So we need a query called mysql underscore what? mysql underscore connect. And you can see the intelligence string, host name, username, password, DB name, port, or socket. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
So host, what host are we using?
House.
Local host. Our host name is what? Local host.
Root.
Root. And password. This 1234. And what else? DB name. What's the name of the DB name? Red. You remember?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So this is what we have done. Somebody would have decided to do what? Host. Is that okay? And put local what? Host. That you, but if you understand, you decide what to do. But this is the best practice. Host, followed by user. And user is what? Root, followed by password. And password is 1234, followed by what? DB name. And the DB name is rec. So in that case, you would have had to just put what? Dollar host, comma, dollar what? User, comma, dollar password, dollar rec. Oh no, DB name, sorry. DB name. Or what? Or die. And not what? Cannot what? Connect. Are we fine?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we establish the connection to the database.
Okay.
Now, it is good to assign a variable for it, and you call it dollar. You can give a variable called connect, any variable name, and you can leave it like this without bringing the die. You can just leave it like this. Have you seen that?
Okay.
And you write a condition. If what? If connect. Else, if not what? This. So if it is connected, what are you going to echo? You echo what? Connected successfully. And terminate. Else what? Unable to connect to dollar what? Which is bad. Unable to connect. Don't do that. Don't add the name of the host name. Otherwise, you're exposing your database.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's go back. Oh, I should have removed this required. I didn't intend doing it. This is going to worry us. Connected what? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do something here and see what's going to happen. You see, I've removed the password part of it.
Yeah.
Unable to what?
Connect.
Connect. And I'll give you one online what? 11. So others do this or die strict error. Obviously, this is what others do without having to write the whole of the condition that I was writing. Have you seen that?
Okay.
So that's what others choose to do. And you might require this along the process. I've kept an @ symbol there to force it not to return an error. Have you seen? So I don't want the PHP line what to appear. I don't want the program, my server to return the error for the user to read my error code and my information. Have you seen? Okay.
Okay.
So I take it out. So unable MySQLi access denied for user root at localhost. So I know that Paul is using what? Root as your username, and you're using localhost as your what? Your server name, and you're using a password. So I now know your information and I can target and harm you. Come together.
Yeah. So let's use the. Okay.
Okay, so no, let's not use it for the development purpose. I mean, we need to know where our errors are coming from.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. So I add a 2 back, and we have our connection going. Okay, so connected successfully. So if it is connected successfully, it means that we can now insert our data into our database. Is that okay? So write and insert my SQLi underscore query. And this is the command that is used to communicate in PHP with my SQL database. My SQLi underscore query. There are several things, but for now, you need to know what it is now. And when we go on, we'll get exposed to the rest of the things. Oh, no, I've done the wrong thing. You should have corrected me here. It should rather be here. Is that okay? Oh.
Yeah.
So if it is connected, we should rather insert here. So this is just a variable name I have chosen. This is just a variable name I have chosen to as well, the $connect. Now, I have my SQLi underscore query. Then I'll bring my connection or connect. This one, I need it here after this. And I'll now write what we're writing. What we're writing, insert into what? Students. Insert into students, followed by the colon. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Last name, email.
Was the database student? You use user or?
User, okay. The table rather.
Yeah, the table name.
Okay, so user, email, password, and followed by what? Values. Have you seen? Then the values are going to be in single quotation. Dollar what? Dollar first name, comma, dollar last name, comma, dollar email, comma, dollar password, comma, this. So this is the values bracket. And this is the quotation closing this two. And the last bracket, if you remember, the one closing here. Have you seen that? So let's see. Now,
No semicolon.
It's compulsory to put a semicolon. If I had run it, it wouldn't work.
What's the shortcut to indent the code?
The shortcut I've forgotten. No, I don't use that in this. I use it in in Java that I use Control Alt Shift.
I think this one to be the same.
I have not tried it. Have you tried it?
No, I have not tried.
I'm not sure. So indent it's Notepad plus,
No.
It's caps lock tab plus tab.
Caps plus tab.
Yes.
Caps plus tab.
Yes. Try you see. It's not what it is. Okay, it's not able to do the holistic thing, but let me try this. No, it's not working.
Have you tried the Control Alt Shift?
Try at your end and see.
Can I also control your listening?
Oh, I thought you were following me. Okay, so usually I don't have in what do you call it? In Java. Something like this. Let me see. Let me share again.
You let's continue with the
Okay.
lesson.
Okay.
Now we can find out.
So in Java like this one it will do for you. Have you seen? It has automatically indented, but the same thing I'm doing is not working. Control Alt is not working. What's the name? Sublime test. Do you have that?
Sublime test, they have. It's either Control or Shift.
Okay. So this one I'll Google it and see. I've never bothered.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can save like this. Okay. So let's run it and see what is going to happen. And go to the back end and check. Have you seen that? Can you see?
See the old.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see now.
Okay, so let me go back to. and save. Have you seen that? Can you see? Hello?
Yeah, you have muted your listener. Yeah. Please, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
How can we share all this? I'm sure these are shortcut, but because I don't use it. Okay, so when I was filling the form, did you see it?
Yeah, you are filling the form, and that was our
Okay, so this is how the form, when you submit, this is where it comes.
okay.
So we can go back to Newton and save. Oh, and let's check the database. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically that.
My name, my name. How do you pronounce it?
Hey, we have never pronounced it.
That is that is not how it's spelled.
Huh?
Maybe it's
I see.
T N T-N-G-Y.
Oh, yeah.
T-N-G-Y.
10. What was that?
And
Tenge.
G-Y.
Tenge. Huh?
Tenge.
Tenge. Okay, Tenge.
Yeah.
So these are like Afro names, the Volta people.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? So Tenge. So Newton Tenge. That's good. I have two different Tenges. That's good.
Yes.
So, what's the meaning of that? The name. The name.
I don't know.
Hey.
Their names don't usually have meaning.
Uh,
Their
everything
names.
has, everything has a meaning. You have to ask.
Oh, those old people, they take anything, event, nicknames as their
That
surname.
is true. So you realize that when we inserted, we didn't know whether the record was inserted or not.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to write if what, dollar what, insert. That is if the insert is successful. Else, if it is not. So this is why I have never looked for the indentation when I'm writing my. Have you seen how I organize it?
Yeah.
From the one when I start coding. So we can now echo that word. Record it successfully. We can even make it work on each one. A big sorry, a little bold and bigger.
Okay.
Have you seen?
This
Else,
one is too big.
don't worry. I mean, we are doing presentation.
Yeah.
Else, I'm lazy, so record saves unsuccessfully. Okay. Okay. So when I run this, it's going to duplicate it because of the same data. Okay. So let's go back. Now I'm adding a name called Newtons. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And I'm saving it. So let's see what's going to happen. Have you seen record what?
Saved successfully.
No.
Unsuccessfully.
Yes.
Because the password didn't match.
No. I mean, we have not written anything to check on the password validation. We just did raw. I added an exclamation, apostrophe, sorry. I added an apostrophe to the name Newton. Have you seen it here? So it's a special character that you need to validate for PHP to accept it or for the database to accept it. It's deemed as a dangerous and malicious code. What I've done here, you can use this to destroy a database. So therefore, it did not go on successfully. So we need to do something for special characters validation. Is that okay? So we have to call, okay, let you see this in full length so that you understand what I'm saying. I want the PHP to show us something or die MySQLi underscore error $con connection, sorry, connect. If you remember, have you seen here? Can you see this part?
Yeah.
I am saying that if the insertion is not successful, it should return the MySQL error so that we'll see why it is unable to insert. It should return the error to us. Have you seen the error?
Yeah. Is isn't it? Okay.
Have you seen? So you see that it could not insert because I kept, the names are in single quotation. So this is how the SQL interpreted what I did. This is the interpretation of what I did. Because I added apostrophe to the name, the first name. Sorry, this is the interpretation of what happened. Have you seen that? Because I added the exclamation mark. Because I added the exclamation mark like this. Have you seen this one? Have you seen here?
Yeah.
So this is how it was treated, or this, at the back end. This is the behavior.
Okay.
This is what happened at the back end, and you see that here, this one is closing this, and this one has no opening and closing. So you see that it has given the program an error.
Your screen is not sharing. Hello?
Therefore,
Yeah. Explain. I can't see. Okay.
can you see now?
Yeah.
Can you see this one too?
Which one? The form.
No, the code. Can you see the code?
Yeah.
So I said this is the interpretation when you added Newtons.
Oh, okay.
The exclamation mark. So this is how it was interpreted behind the code. This is how the system read it. The name of the person, single quotation, S. So you see that it has closed a single quotation, comma. The original one is this. First name, comma, single quotation close, last name in that order. Have you seen that? So the record I sent came and modified it like this from the data entry. So that's what that's how people use, and we call it SQL injection. Is it clear, or I should explain it again?
understand.
Okay, so let me continue. So how do we prevent that? Because there are people who have genuine concerns of who have data entry that are supposed to have apostrophes, right?
Mm.
So introduce my special characters escaping. That is my SQLI underscore real escape string. Dollar what? Connect,
Connect.
comma. So, but that means that you have to bring your connect variable up now. It's the
Uh-huh.
first thing. Otherwise, it will be undefined.
Mm.
So connect. What have I done wrong here? Okay. So dollar MySQL underscore real estate. So you need to do this for all.
Mhm.
Okay. So if I may ask, what is the advantage you get from Sublime Text? What
Not
cost?
really, but
Okay.
but even I started using Sublime Text recently. Oh.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, all those whiles I've been using Android Studio,
Oh, okay.
and then at times Visual Studio,
Hmm? VS Code.
Visual Studio Android. Yeah,
VS Code, right?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is what we needed to do for the all the data. So this we now can escape special characters.
So my question is that right now, if I'm creating a project
Mhm.
and I want to insert data into the database,
Mhm.
do I need this these file names
Hmm?
you have defined?
Do you need?
Do I, do I need the file names you have defined like
No, the file names are
first?
not. They are not static. They are dynamic. You can create them the way you want.
Pardon?
The process.php or what?
Yeah, you see the PHP file we are working in right now.
Mhm.
I'm asking if I'm creating a project and I want to connect my project to the database,
Mhm.
like you brought dollar sign first name equals uh, all those things you have written.
Okay.
The post, the one that has the post,
Okay.
and then last name, the one that has the post,
Mhm.
email, and the password. Is
Okay.
it compulsory to come on
This
this
is
file?
compulsory.
Okay.
This is according to the name you have given to it in the form.
Mm,
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
If you have set f name here too would have been what?
Must be
F name
mm.
like this.
Okay, so you understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
My second question is, you see this file, this HTML file you have here.
mhm.
When you were saving the first file,
Mhm.
you saved it the index.php, but we have HTML in it.
Yes, you can do that. You can
So
write HTML inside.
if you save it index.html, will it also work?
It will also work.
If you save it .html,
Yes, it will also work.
okay.
But let's say I want to know the time somebody filled this form. Is that okay?
Mm,
I might have wanted to have a hidden input field here. Text.
mhm.
And I want to assign a value to it for time. Value. If I put one here, you know that when you have one here, what's going to happen? Is it a one? Have you seen it?
Mhm.
So if I
No,
want,
I can't see anything. You have added one, but I didn't see the results.
okay. Can you see now?
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
If I want this, and I wanted it not to be this, but I want to introduce PHP inside the form to capture some data. Echo what?
Time. Date. Okay.
HIS. So hour, second, minute, and second, and whether it's AM or PM. Ampere, meridian, whatever. What is it? Echo date, this and that. So you see that I want PHP function to be embedded in my program to track something for me. If it was HTML, it would not have worked. Have you seen that?
Okay.
Have you seen that? So this is the reason why I'm using PHP. And this is the reason why sometimes you probably need to use PHP, because you might need to do some work on PHP on the registration form or whatever you are feeling. And in that case, you would have made here what? Hidden, right? And the name would have been time. Maybe you can give it any name. So when I do this and I refresh, see that it's hidden, but the data is behind the scenes. Okay.
But how do you fetch such a data out? How do you fetch such a data out?
How to get the data out?
That time, hidden data behind.
You also introduce something here, and you can say time, and here to a time. This variable name, time and time must not be the same. The only important, this must match with here. This is just any variable name I'm introducing to keep my time in it. So when I echo $time, anytime I submit this form, okay, that undefined variable $post. Yes, it's not right. Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
They are supposed to be up.
Okay.
Undefined variable $connect on line 10. Where's line 10? So $connect, they all now match. No, they were wrongly typed. Have you seen the dates? No,
But this one, the time, okay.
So we could have introduced a column for record what? Time. Don't use time because time could be a reserved word or keyword. Rec time. And if it is a null, it should consider it. So then here $time, right? And here the field name is called rec underscore what? Time. So we do that, and we refresh our form and submit. It will go into our database. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, you wanted to find out something.
Yeah, the variable time, you didn't differentiate between that one and the time.
Yeah.
This time. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were saying they shouldn't be the same, but you didn't change it.
I'm saying that they must not necessarily be the same.
Okay.
You can have here as registration time, time as your variable. So that is what you have passed into the what values. It is only this one that must match what is here in the form after the dollar. If you're also using $get like this, put method as get. Now watch out. You're using get. So look at this. I'm saving it. You see that a lot of errors. And you see that the data is what? Process.php question mark first name John and last name Kuluk and email this and password that. So you see that your data is exposed on the address bar. So how see how the get works? It passes the data through the HTTP connection. So you see that your data is being exposed. So you see that the get is not secured. It's not for secured data.
Okay.
For secured data, you must use post. Because anybody who passes, the person didn't even know that you had time, but the person can ask you that there's a variable holding time. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
So are we okay?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so in that case, this would have had to be how much? Oh, okay. What kind of signature is this? I said, what kind of signature is that? The person is a mother. Have you seen the latest registrar signature?
Me?
Dev and what Bev? Yeah.
I'm not. How is it?
I'll snap it and send to you. How can you sign like that? My important document by you are signing like you're drawing zigzag lines. So you see that, so you have now seen the difference between the get and the post.
And the post.
Okay. So it is your choice to use one for each of. That doesn't mean that the get is not needed. You need the get to do other important things too as well. So that means that here would have been $underscore what?
Yeah.
Get. Sorry, $underscore what?
Post. Okay, good.
Get. So that's the difference. Have you seen that? So that's just all about it. So we are sending it back to post. I think the most important part of the HTML and the PHP, sometimes it will take a longer time when you are learning to be able to do this. But the rest of them, you can choose what time and how you want to speed up. You understand? Yeah, boy, you can hear me. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Apple.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I said after the design and other things, you can decide what you want to do.
Okay.
So have you seen that? You can decide what you want to do. So after that one, I'm not sure it's necessary we'll go into that.
Yeah.
Because this one, then you are going to even use Bootstrap at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you were asking of labels. You wanted this, huh? You wanted this.
Yeah, like you I wanted you to label them.
So
The fields.
So
No, by all those things, they are UI.
Exactly, they are UI. So we could have done this for a label rather. We could have done this for all the labels, and that would have also been a fantastic idea. Have you started the CSS? Yeah, I saw it.
Pardon?
Yeah. I said I saw it. Have you seen?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So first name, last name, and here you got email, password. Hey, what's up?
Confirm password.
Okay, confirm password. Ah, that hidden field will be that.
At the time,
Mm-hmm.
the time doesn't need the label.
Exactly. I'm confused with that. So let me put it here rather.
Or did you?
Let me put it here. So you see that. So you now choose to do whatever how you want to handle your design, your input types. Uh, have you done the CSS?
Yeah.
Have you done the forms?
Font.
Yeah, have you designed forms?
Forms.
Yes.
Yeah, I did forms. But you know how you're doing yours. Mine wasn't like that. I created a new file from the CSS and I linked it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It depends on. So that means
Yeah.
you are using classes and IDs. You are using classes and IDs. Well, you are using classes and ID to do some validations.
Eh, sir, forgive me. Someone called.
Okay.
Mm. Are you there?
Yes, Paul.
Are you here?
The network is bad.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Paul.
Yeah, I can hear you small. Can you hear me? Yeah. Hello?
Oh, I talking to me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Paul. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
But I can't see your screen. You're not sharing the screen.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, Paul.
Uh-huh.
You can't see still.
I cannot see you.
Okay, hold on. Yeah.
Okay, now I can see.
Okay. Okay. So yes, so you were saying so after the diff, like I was saying, like the CSS, it depends how you want to structure your code. Right form. You can see now. Can you hear me? Or are you back? Oh,
Yeah.
but the network is disappointing.
Yeah, so
Uh,
just
so I shared this. What else? And this. Okay, so like we're saying, can you see the screen now?
yeah, I can see.
Okay. Okay, so this is what you were. I was in the class.
Yeah, I've seen the
You
class.
can either give a class or an ID based
Yeah.
on how you want to do it. So some of this it depends on you, the designer, your concept.
Mm,
So probably I want that my phone body. So I can even call here phone body. Phone body. So in that case, you are using dot, right? And this inline, this internal CSS I'm using. I don't know whether you did all that. Internal and inline and external. Did you?
No, me. I know of the internal and external. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So, like I was saying, it is.
So why using both class and ID?
Huh?
Why using both class and ID?
Uh, it depends what you want to do. So, if I want to
Hello?
the or I've kept hash here, are we together? Oh, the line is breaking now.
Hello?
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Now you were asking
If
why
not
am I
school.
using this tool?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
saying,
understand your explanation.
okay, you heard me. So,
Yeah.
okay, so form.
I was saying the network is disturbing. Can we postpone?
Okay.
Or because of your time?
I don't
If
know. I just have you done the JavaScript?
the JavaScript has started, but the JavaScript, you know, the courses I'm taking, they
Mm-hmm.
do
They do what?
then at times they the CSS. I saw some of the videos I watch.
Mm-hmm.
You see that they're using all combined.
The CSS and the Java,
Yeah,
JavaScript.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So basically, like you were saying, we can maybe if the content is even overloaded. I don't know because you say you've done it, but usually we wouldn't have done up to this level.
Mm,
So that's how
okay.
you pass data into the database. I wanted us to pull the data from the database.
Yes. I wish we could. So
Uh-huh.
me, I'm always available. I don't know if
Then why don't we just do
today
that?
are you?
Or you are going somewhere now?
No. Let's do it. I'm around.
Let's just do that. And forget about this
Okay.
design because this design will be according to your taste and your whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay. So we have another page and we call it what? Um
I see your screen.
I mean what I was doing, I thought you were seeing
No.
share it, share what I do, share this. Ah, okay,
Okay, now I can see.
okay. Um so we're creating a new page and that page is going to be called
Uh-huh.
view dot page. And what we're doing right
Still,
now is huh?
I can see. I'm still seeing the registration form.
Okay.
That's come.
So we have created a new page called view.php. We are going back to our index, and you remember we can have this. We can have this funny for design. I always say that nobody's going to. You have to structure your work well. Nobody's going to be bothered about how you did it. Allah. Are you see?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I'm with you.
You can see the funny, the wonderful designer.
You sent me something on WhatsApp.
No, when?
No. Which designer are you talking about?
Myself.
Ah.
Okay. So, Abi, you know this one, href.
Yeah. It links.
So it's going to be called view.what?
PHP.
Thank you. So we are going to name a view what? Records. And we can give a class called we can give it a class called from bottom. Okay. You can see the two screens, eh?
No, I'm still seeing the PHP. No, the form.
Okay. Can you see now?
Yeah, registration. Okay.
Okay.
Save and then view records.
View record. Okay, so I click on view record, then it opened the view.php, right?
So why can't we do it like when you save, it should automatically send you to the view record page?
Abi, I'll tell you why. So let's go.
Okay.
So we are on the view record page. And now, anytime you need to interact with the database, you must have this connection. Have you seen this? Anytime you must have this what? Connection. Are we together?
Yeah.
Therefore, it is wrong for us to continue writing it. So we'll create another page and we'll call it what? We call it db connect.php. And we can even create a folder. And that folder is called db what? Connections. Or db, we can just say db. And we'll save it inside db. Is that okay? And we'll paste the connection there. So over here, under the process, what do we have to do? You know, require. Require what? db / what? The folder name, the file name, db connect. Did you use require anywhere in PHP?
Required. I always saw include require is only invalidation of form, but include.
You have been
We're
using
using-
include.
Yeah.
Okay, the best for this is require.
Okay.
So require db, that's the folder name, db connect.php. So we don't need, so that code, that piece of code that was at the heading, we don't need to keep repeating it. We need to put it in one file. Anytime we need it, we call it like a function or like a class. So if we also go to view, we don't need to write the whole code all over. We require like this. Are you getting the understanding?
Yeah.
So we are gradually moving slow into the best practices.
Okay.
So show data MySQL underscore query dollar connect. That was the name of the variable inside this particular file, if you remember. So select all from where? Users.
User. It's user.
Okay, user. If you want the error to show, so that if you have an error, we can trace it, we'll put this underscore error. This is used during development process, not production. So we can run it and see if we have an error or we don't have an error. So there's no error. If there was an error, it would have been reported.
So
okay?
you use the. Okay, let's continue.
You wanted to say something?
No, let's continue.
Okay. So you see that once there's a mistake in the connection, you see that an error has popped up. Okay. Okay. So the view, we're on the view page. I'll ask you an important question soon. So we don't need this, so we'll go back to view. And now, you remember you learning while loop?
Yeah, while loop.
MySQL underscore fetch array. This is a PHP function to fetch all the data or fetch the query return data. So this is going to keep the return data in an array. This function is going to keep the return data in an array. This one. This fetch array. I know you are used to MySQL query by now because we've been using it frequently since we started.
Yeah.
Now, fetch array is what has been introduced. So the data returned from when you go to the console. When you go to the console, you could write something like you can see the console now. You can write something like select all, and it automatically bring all of them. In PHP, if you just say select all from this, it will not return the records for you. This alone will not return the records for you. It must be in a while loop.
Okay.
It must. Like you can see the sharing again.
Yeah.
You can see.
I can only see the.
Can you see now?
No, not yet.
Perfect.
Yeah, I can see it now.
So select all. Select all. Select all from TB1. It returned all the records. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because we're dealing with the terminal, aspect of it at the server side, we're dealing directly here. We're dealing directly with the table. Remember that.
Yeah.
We're dealing directly with the database. But here we are connecting to the database via a programming language, which select all from user will not necessarily or would not equally return like the way the other places return the data, all of it for us. We need to pass it into the syntax of this particular programming language to be able to return all the data or to loop all the data for us. So you realize that if you're using PHP direct, you would have thought that this is the only way it is being done. So this is how the PHP returned it. That's why the other side I was telling you that yes, how you were doing it at the other side, there's no much difference. You also see that in the PHP, we are saying select all from user. Is that okay?
Yeah.
But we're adding connection, we're adding MySQL underscore array. So all this is PHP. This is the MySQL aspect. The SQL.
Okay.
So that's why I was saying that whatever you are doing in the Firebase is the same thing like this one too as well. So because now we've introduced a programming language, and you see that the syntax have changed a bit. So Paul, can I continue?
I hear you.
I can continue.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've said echo data. And in an array, you remember the first value is 0. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see that it has returned this. And that's the ID.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen 1, 2, 3, 4? Now we can use the break. We can break it. Have you seen that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Have you seen that? Paul, can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the second value will follow. The second one will follow by 1. Once it's an array. See that? So in that order. So this is how we pull out or get record. But sometimes you cannot continue putting 1 and 2, 0, 1 and 2. You can specify the field names in your database. You can specify the field names. And these are the field names here. What are they? First name, last name. You remember that? So we can pass that as an associative array. First name. See that I'll return the first name. Last name, you can also return the time. You can also return the time. No, it was rec time,
The registration time.
Was it full word? Let's check and see. Oh, record time. Okay. So have you seen that? It's only one because the last one was included in time.
Yeah.
So Paul, this is how you can retrieve the data from the database.
Okay.
Now let's spice it up small. By doing this. I want to do lazy work again. I don't want us to be writing all these things. We don't need them. So can you see this? Can you see on my screen, Paul?
Yeah, I can see.
I just copied the other HTML and came and put this here. So you see that the PHP is in the middle of the PHP. It's in the middle. Registration what? Data. I'm going to ask for registration data. So now, this is the last thing that we're coming to deal with. So I remember you did tables, right?
Yeah.
So with that 100%. TR, comma TR, T head. My T head. So here I'll now put what? First name, last name, email, password. So okay, where you see that there, and this is the reason why I'm doing this. Echo what? Echo TR. You can embed this inside PHP. So this is another rule. Remember this, Paul, can you see here? Can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, so this is the first rule. That is outside the loop.
Yeah.
Now the second rule is inside the loop. So that whatever be the number of items, it will loop it by that particular rule. Okay. So we can have this table data now, no more table rule. So sorry, no more table head. And in PHP, you cannot do this. You cannot have a double quotation, and inside the double quotation, you have a single quotation. Now, this is where the table started. So let's end the table here. Outside the while loop. Please remember that, don't put inside the while loop. Okay. Sorry, first name.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't see this.
Huh? Hello? Oh.
Your screen has hello? Hello? Hello?
Okay, hello. Oh, sorry, I was muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see this now.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. And you can see the source code too.
I can see the heading and then the data.
Okay, the source code.
No. The source code.
Yes.
The view.
Have you seen the source code?
Yeah.
Okay, so I first did a table rule to handle my headings, and the second rule went into the while loop so that no matter how the number of rules, it will continue looping the number of rules. As much as there are several rules, it will continue looping them to count that number of rules. If it is one rule, it will return one. If it is 1,000, it will return all of them. When I run it, this is what we had. You can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Why weren't they properly indented?
okay, so I mean this is the matter of our choice. So we can introduce border as 1 pixel. We can introduce server padding as 0. What's the problem with my cell padding? As 0. Cell spacing as what? 0. What's in that?
Yeah, now I can't see the results page.
You can see the view or the source code.
I can see the source code, but I can't see. Now I've seen it.
So it's our choice.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Because there was no border, it was properly intended, but because there was no border, so it's our choice.
Okay.
So we can even the style is still here. Env child, we can include this. You say you have done tables, even.
Yeah.
So we can introduce that. Background. You know the background for silver color?
Silver.
Yeah. D0 or so. I don't know, but it should work.
That silver is E333. Like E3.
But I think this one too is not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So we can introduce a TRenv child even, and I'll give it the background color of silver D0. I'm not getting what I really wanted. Even and odd. Hey, there's a wrong structure somewhere. Have you seen that something has happened? Can you see the screen?
Can you see?
You can see. It's like I have not done the right thing somewhere along the line. Aha. Have you seen here? Well, have you seen here? I didn't close it. I didn't close it. So that's why we're getting one uniform color. So this is what I wanted. But I didn't close it. So we can even design our table this way. Now I'm going to answer the question you were asking. Why do we have to do this? Here, view record.
Okay.
You were saying when you save, right?
Yeah.
Why must I only save the record before I can view my records?
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So why must I only save my records before I can view my what? Record. You get it?
Yeah.
Okay. But you can have this. You can have this under your process. You were saying that if inserted, check here, if what inserted, we're going to use native PHP header. If you send it to a location called what? View.php. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So in this case, Adam, and Benny. So from here, you can now learn how to stop somebody from having multiple emails.
Okay.
Stop somebody from putting different passwords here. So if it doesn't match, so you see that I was going to, have you seen that?
Yeah.
Because of the header.
The header didn't appear.
Yeah, so we can change the name here to we can now use the Newtons and see whether it will work.
Okay.
Have you seen that that's now because of the real escape string? Have you seen that? Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So you can now even put your exit and other things navigation around here so that we could have click on exit and go back to the registration form.
Yeah.
Okay. And we can now do other designs and what have you. This one, you know, you can design it with a border, the A tag. You can design it to be like a border, like this one. You put a border around it so that it will look like this one.
Okay.
Button, so that they will be uniform.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
So far, no.
So I'm sure we've done so much today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to go through the recording and then I'll catch up.
Oh, okay. Okay, then thank you.
So I think we are done for today.
Yes. Okay, then thank you.
Okay. So please, I'll wait for the.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And can we please talk about the pricing, or should I call you?
The price. Are you? We can give it. You're always going to be managing it, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, wouldn't your commission also be inside, or we shouldn't care about that?
You let's do the two and let me see. Because the whole thing is
the best.
It's fast. The money is not there, but
Is
the
that?
money is for us. What I mean is that you can give without the commission and with the commission. You understand? The pricing, so that I want to see how much with the commission and how much without the commission. Because the whole thing is for us. It's for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still for me. The clinic is still for me. So that one day.
Okay. Oh, we can live with that.
Pardon?
I said we can make it at 4-5, and that means that we know. That means we'll help you do the checkup and other things. That means we wouldn't be coming.
Yeah.
But if we are coming there, it will more than that. So without the commission, we can give it to you at 4-5.
That is without the commission.
And with the commission, you now decide how much we should add.
Okay.
Once you say it will be long, but the other guy like that, we are selling to him at 7,500.
Okay.
The other guy I was talking about.
Okay.
But we're still doing a lot is still being on the background we're working on.